Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you guys know, I am currently teaching Taylor at home. So I try to make the learning activities as fun as possible and kind of give off that creative preschool vibe. So as you can see here, I am taking out some construction paper that I already had at home. So I'm using the construction paper to build a tree to go along with her birds in a nest sorting set. As we all know, bird nests belong in trees, so I want Taylor to be able to make that connection when she sees birds in nests in trees that they belong together. So as you can see here, I kind of freestyled the trunk of the tree. However, looking at my bird's nest, I knew that I needed 6 limbs for the tree. So I decided to go ahead and draw the limbs out so that I could make sure they were symmetric. I decided to put all of the paper together and just cut out multiple limbs. Of course, I could use both sides of the paper, so I just flipped the paper in opposite ways so that it looked as though it was a full tree. I then went over to Taylor's bookshelf and picked out every single book that she had that was relevant to birds and trees. Luckily, I was able to find 5 books, so that was 1 book for each day of the week. Before Taylor and I got started with the activities, I made sure I sat her down and explained to her what we were doing. I also let her know that birds begin with the letter B because we were working on the letter B for this week. And I also taught her that birds live in bird nests, which are found in trees. From the pile of books that I pulled out for Taylor, she was able to pick which book she wanted to start off with this week, and she chose this one. This book was actually about a little girl who fell in love with a bird that she was taking care of and decided to allow the bird to go back and live with his family. So I began the activity by giving Taylor 1 bird at a time and having her place the birds in the correct colored nests. After a while, she began to have fun with it, so she began talking to the baby birds and letting them know that she was putting them back in the nest with their mommy bird. So she had a great time playing this activity. As the activity seemed to become less difficult for Taylor, I began to give her 2 different colored birds at a time so that she would have to look at both of the birds in her hand and decide which colored nest both of the birds belonged in. I had Taylor to say the name of the color as she placed the birds in each nest. And at the end of the game, as she cleaned up She was required to say the colors as she picked up and dumped each nest. To continue with our bird theme for the week, we decided to work on this fine motor skill. So I picked up these lacing cards from Marshall's to work on her fine motor skills and strengthening her hand. I allowed her to lace the card with the bird on it. Finding the holes is a little tricky for Taylor, but she figured it out. She did not want much help, but she needed it in order to finish this activity. So I kind of showed her or guided her as she threaded each hole. So as I stated before, this week we were working on the letter B, which is why we chose the theme of birds. So another thing that I allow her to do is to point out the letters as we're reading books or as we're in the kitchen. Anytime she sees the letter that we are working on for the week, I have her to point it out to me. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. If you did, give it a thumbs up and please subscribe. Bye.